If you want to get them in closer. So one of the things with the Liberty team is about keeping connection. And so when you walk away with this lead rope, you're going to walk in front of the horses to this direction. And that way it breaks the connection. So because otherwise if she goes this way, Dalton might try to follow her. So I want you to go this way. Good. Same with you. So it's very, very specific with our Liberty horses. There we go. I perform all over the United States. Oh, he's already trying to follow her. I need to make sure I get that connection. There you go. Miss Wiggly, is that what you called her? So Jewel is the newest member on my team. So she's doing great though. That was yesterday was her first performance. So I'm just gonna walk these guys around for just a minute, and you're gonna hear me doing some of the same things. Yep, you gotta sniff the poop. Doing some of the same things that I just talked about. And you're gonna hear me use the word G-O-O-D. I can't say it any other time unless I stop them. And I do specifically, you do it in a high-pitched voice. Come on, Joel. I know you're a little tired. Yesterday was a long day for you, but good. Now the bridge cue that I'm using right now, a little wide, guys. The bridge cue that I'm using right now is a different than the terminal. It is a keep going stimulus. Watch this. Do they know? So my job right now is to deliver some reinforcers. Good. Good, guys. Sometimes I'll be specific and use their names. Depends on what cue I'm doing. So we'll see if this one works. Diego. Nope, nope, nope. We're not doing that trick. Diego, here. Good. Good, Matt. Good, Diego. Dalton, hey. Buddy. Buddy. Dalton. He marches to the beat of his own drum. So what's going to happen here? Good, Diego. Good, Diego. Good, Matt. Good, Jewel. So guess who? Good, Diego. Dalton does not get one right now. And guess what? We got to do that one again so Dalton can get one, right? Oh, Diego, you're on my whip here, buddy. Nope, we're not doing it. They keep asking me to do their carousel. And then so I go over there and they're like, oh, carousel, is it time for the carousel? That's become their new favorite. We'll get to the carousel, guys. We'll get to it. Over here, Diego. Good. I need them looking at me. Hey, we're not doing carousel yet. Diego. No, Diego. Which side are you supposed to be on? Diego. Dalton, hey, where are you at, buddy? Slow it up. Slow it up. Let's wait for Dalton. Let's wait for Dalton. He's not there. Dalton needs his treat. Good. Good, Dalton. Good, Diego. Good, Matt. Good, Jewel. Good. Good. Yep, you guys have. Oh, Diego. Diego. Hey. Hold on. We're going to do that again. Good. Good, Diego. Nope, Diego. Diego. So I'm going to do something. Good. I want to reward that. So I'm going to do that a couple of times. See where I'm having a problem. I had that problem in the show last night. He did it one time, or yesterday afternoon. He did it one time, and all of a sudden we had to go into a different trick because he's like, I want to go and do this one. Okay, well, when you work with animals, you have to go with the flow. So what I think I'm going to do, I want to just show you this, of how I'm going to reinforce that behavior of what I want. So every time he immediately goes in between them, I'm going to stop and reward that. Diego. Good. So I'm going to mark that that spot. Same with Dalton, so he's getting that same thing. The girls, I'm just going to give it to them because they did their jobs. I'm going to do that one more time before we move on to something else with these guys. Okay, Diego. Matt. Good. This is exactly what I mean by shaping behavior. Now let me explain something. You think you have a behavior. You think you've got it. And all of a sudden, you've been practicing and practicing, and you go and you ask your horse to do something. And your horse suddenly is like, I don't know what you're asking for. Anybody experience that? So, there's a term for that. It's called extinguishing the behavior. And sometimes there's certain behaviors we want to extinguish. Don't get me wrong. There are some, things that we want to get rid of, right? But then sometimes we are not reinforcing enough. We're going through, good. We're going through and we are chaining the behaviors together and not delivering the payment. And guess what the horses do? They go on strike. And they say, hey, I'm hungry. I want a little bit of that sweet feed you got there. So I have to go through and reinforce the behavior I want. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can get our carousel from it. Diego, good. Matt, good. Jewel, good. Dalton, in. Dalton, in. Good, Dalton. Jewel, back. Good, Dalton. Good. Dalton, in. Dalton, in. Good, Dalton. Good. Wait till it's there. Wait till it's there. Come on, Dalton. In. Good, buddy. Good. 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 Hey. Good. Good. I'm going to reward him there, even though it's not perfect yet, but because I'm going to shape this behavior back and get rid of that drift. Got a little glue in her eye there. All right, we're going to try this again. Dalton. Dalton. Diego, Matt, Jewel. Dalton. Dalton. Good. Good, Dalton. Good. 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 Dalton in. Good. Diego. Yep, this is not a carousel. Hey, that's not a carousel either. That's not a carousel. Good. Hey. Well, we got a straight line or a curved line, half circle. How's that? All right, we're just going to bring them back around. We're going to start that again. Hey. In place. In place. So they know that means to go back to home. We're going to try this again. Dalton. Dalton. No, There we go. Good. 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 Good, 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 good. Good. Good, good. Good. Hey. They're like, hey, we don't know what you want today. That's called the extinguishing of the behavior. Or it's children saying, hey, how can we, hey, right here, Dalton. Good, good. Hey, so this is what I want to fix. Let's get a halter and lead rope on Dalton for a second. Don't be afraid to go back to that halter and lead rope, because you need to get the, really, guys? All right. So, as I was trying to say, don't be afraid to go back to a halter and lead rope, because You need to show the horse what you want. You think Dalton would know this. He's done a carousel how many times? But today, he's forgotten how to do it correctly. So sometimes they get a little show smart too. Thank you. You can go ahead and escape out. So I'm going to help him so that I can give him that reinforcer. This is exactly how I would be training this at home. So, Dalton, Diego, Matt, Jewel, Dalton, in, good, Dalton, slow, good. So now I can get that reinforcer in, right? Jewel, in your place. In your place, away. Good. I'm going to give them their snack, right? There's a snack. Try this again. And then maybe we can try this. Dalton, Diego, Mott. Jewel, you're looking the wrong way. She's always the wrong way. Dalton, step up. He's my drifter. High Plains drifter. Dalton, step up. Good. Dalton, in. Good, Dalton. Good. In your place? Jewel, that's not your place. She's still learning her place. That's why she's on the inside. All right. We're going to try this again, but this is exactly how I would do this if I'm teaching Liberty is, now I'm just going to wrap this around. And if I need it, it's still there. Okay. Dalton, Diego, Matt, Jewel, Diego. Okay. Good, Dalton, here. Good. Good, Dalton. There we go. Yeah. Good. Good. I'm going to wait for the right moment. Good. Yeah. Thank you. Good job, guys. All right. We're going to try taking this off him and we'll shoot for something else for a minute, huh? How's that? Toss this off to the side. And then we better get Punky out here. So I have to leave about 5 minutes early to get over to our behind the scenes demo over at the other, there we go, I'll just throw it over there. So they do a lot of formations here, so I'm just going to do one more. Hey.
So she works on the Liberty part, huh?
Let's just go around. Good.
Hearing a lot of Dalton and Diego. Dalton, Diego. Dalton, Diego.
Is that their names?
Good. Diego, step up. Hey. Good. Okay. Let's see, which one do we want to do? Diego. No, Diego. He's like, you don't see me. Mott, here. Mott. Mott. Look. Mott. Mott. Let's do that one again. Good, Dalton. Good boy. Good boy. They all have personalities. All right, let's try that again. Diego here. Good. Mott. Let's try this again. Good. Good. We're just going to do a
So that
pinwheel.
one just trained around to go
Just like
circles
this.
around him.
Mott in. Mott in. Our pinwheel's splitting up a little bit. Good. There we go. Now we got it. Oh, Mott in.
I was kind of hoping
Hey.
that she would just do one horse at a time.
Mott. Hey. Now we gotta do that one more time. Dalton, good boy.
He always comes back.
Got
It's
his
kind of
own
funny
idea.
shape, isn't it? Kind of
Diego,
going that back.
Jewel.
Yeah.
All right, Dalton, show us what you got. There.
That dog goes
Come on.
around.
Good.
Gosh,
Let's get this pinwheel. Come on. There we go. You may or may not see some of that in the show today. If you don't see it, you'll know why. But they generally won't be running off. Let's have you guys go ahead and help these guys up, and then we will have, hey, we'll have Miss Punky come on out. We'll see how Miss Punky does.
Punky.
No, you can go out this door. That's fine. We'll see. Jewel might have to stay in. If Punky sees Jewel going out, I gotta grab this other whip here quick. Expecting her to be so wound up as she was yesterday. She's a little calmer today. But we could see by the end of the session yesterday she got better. So what I want to do is, first of all, I have to get her attention. I have to get her attention. Whether it's here, whether it's at home, but she doesn't do this at home. Hey. But if I'm working with Liberty horses, I need them looking at me. Hey. Good. So, and when I'm also doing here, she doesn't get to, shake her head at me or anything. What I'm also doing is teaching her where to be with me. I want her to be attached to my shoulder. But I also am going to back her up and show her where I want her to be. Hey, no, you don't get to shake that head. No. Okay. Okay, no treat. No treat. I was going to give her a treat, but if she's shaking her head, I'm not going to do it.
No, she
So what I'm going to do, this is where the hindquarter yield gets to be pretty important. I'm not going to shake her head. I'm gonna tap that hindquarter.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm going to sequence my cues. I'm going to sequence my cues, and everything's going to be consistent. I'm always going to, so she's not bending around me. This is one of the first things I do with a Liberty horse. I want them to start at my shoulder. I want her to stay at my shoulder too. No, she's trying to bite at my whip. She's got a lot of tension here. So she's not bending. I'm going to push back on those hindquarters. Good. Good. There we go. Yeah, thank you. Clap. That's okay. She just needs to get used to that. She needs to have more time away, more consistent. I did start her under saddle last year. She got about 5 rides in before we had 12 inches of snow in Wisconsin. And so, considering I only have an outdoor, we took the winter off from riding her. Good. Oh, I'm gonna push. This is gonna help her. Oh. Good.
I like that one.
So I do want her taken off at the same time as I do. So what I'm working on is getting her to mirror me and to bend around me. And normally I don't have horses shaking their heads all over the place by this point. We're working at home. We get some of this pretty solid. She's got a good foundation on her. She just doesn't have the experience out on off the property. So I'm gonna, again, push her away because it draws her eye towards me. I'm gonna push her away. Anytime she straightens up, I'm gonna, and I'm getting my lateral work in here too. Good. Good, back. So I started off backing, I was just asking her to back. Started off backing, backing with my body language. And then when she didn't listen to that, back, 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 you're fine. Back. Good. You see that? That was pretty good. She's mirroring and matching me, but that's based on previous, okay, she's not going to listen to me for a treat, so we're not going to go there. She's got a lot going on in her brain. What I want and what she wants right now are two different things, right? And we're going to see if we can come to a middle agreement here. Back. No, we're not going to do that either. We're going to back up. There we go. And I'm not taking it personal. She's trying to bite at my whip. She's got anxiety right now. So she's like, hey, this is not what I had planned for today. And I'm telling her, no, we gotta get used to this. All these people. Good. Yeah. So I whistle at her. Good. 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 Over time, what happens is they learn to rate me in this circle. Good. Back up. They learn to rate me in this circle, and then I can wrap the lead rope around. And then I can teach them also how to send them away from me. So right now, lateral, regular, good. And that's what I would do. Teach her how to go away, and then I would draw her forward to my shoulder. So I always start off at the shoulder first, and then I eventually start teaching them the same stuff in the facing position. So I might send her over. Good. Okay, draw her to my shoulder here. She moved back her shoulder. So I pivoted her hindquarters just a little. She is definitely not focused right now, so that's okay. I'm just going to pivot her hindquarters. That's that direction versus correction. So I'm giving her direction right now. Giving her feedback. I wouldn't do this any other way, even if a horse was paying attention to me. More. Good. Now, I didn't stop her with the lead rope. I have the lead rope here ready to pivot those hindquarters or back her up. But here. Not the shoulder towards me. No. Good. Right there. Yeah, go ahead. Another exercise I like to do, I started working with her on it. I like to do a lot of liberty dressage. And so right now, anybody here do dressage? Want to do dressage? Dressage is just training. It's really good training. What I'm doing right here, I gotta have a bend at liberty. I gotta have her looking at me. And so what I'm doing is I'm lining the hind leg that's closest to me in the same track as the foreleg that's farthest from me. And this is called shoulder in on a circle. And I need to start teaching my horses how to bend. Because when they're not bent towards me, so I'm always looking, right there she's straightened out, right? If they're not bent towards me, I'm going to lose them at liberty. Because a horse can only focus on one thing at a time. And if she's not focusing on me, she's focusing on something else. And then she's going to leave me at liberty. If I let her go right now, she'd be gone, right? Anybody not see that, right? She'd be gone. She's much different than the other horses right now. So what I need is to gain her attention. Good. Good. Anybody see that? She's licking and chewing. I just rewarded that licking and chewing that she just gave me, that relaxation. Good girl. So I'm gonna rub her instead of giving her a treat right now because I think she could use that a little bit more than the treat. Good. Good. There we go. So she started to take off straight, and I just said, okay, if you're gonna go, that's fine, but you're gonna go in a bend. These are some of the very first exercises I do. And after they get these, after they understand them, I can start to wrap that lead rope around their neck. And then what I can do is eventually try it without the lead rope and the halter. But I want to do a lot of quick reinforcers. Good. We're moving our way closer to that arena gate, so we're going to come back down this way.
Back to the Coliseum. Ryan Rose has How to Train Your Muscles.
Let's go back to this one again for a little bit. You want to just trade off a little bit. Good. Hey, shoulder. So you know the shoulder is the most dangerous part on a horse's body? That's what they use to push each other around. So if I feel that shoulder coming into me, I'm either going to give her a little elbow to push that shoulder away from me, or I'm going to pivot her hindquarters. Good. But now she's going too far ahead, so we're going to come back and back up again. No, Good. Good. No, Good. Yeah, you can relax. It's okay.
She is very patient.
I know.
You can see all this tension she's got, right? I'm reading, so I'm really focused. So yeah, either I'm focused on the audience or focused on her. And if I'm focused on the audience, she's going to know that, right? And so what I'm doing is I'm reading what she's telling me. And I'm saying she's got this tension. And I know this, right? But I'm saying, are we on the verge of maybe releasing that tension? I mean, I think she's getting better from when we brought her in, which we saw that yesterday. Yesterday it was even worse because she actually popped up on me. And so I had to correct her at that moment and back her up. Back. Good. Back. Good. Push those hindquarters away there. That shoulder is getting into me. We'll go back into doing this one. Let's do some shoulder in on the circle. I should keep an eye on my time here. I might ask her to start bringing that head down just a little to help relax her. So over time, I want them to bring their head down just a little bit. And I can do it by showing them, and I'm giving her little releases when she comes down. Good. Good. Good.
I like that one. orange on that color. It'd look nice on
Tried to
Saturday.
stuff in my space there, so I'm gonna back her up.
Like orange.
There we go. That's one of the things that we need with Liberty horses is to respect our space.
That mom farm.
Good. Good. I want to reward that behavior for a second if I can. No? Okay. That's okay. I'll just rub her. So, does anybody have any questions so far about anything I'm doing or how I start it? I do, like I said, I start everything here at the shoulder. And I want to get them bending around me, getting them relaxed, getting them focused. I do a lot of lateral work, so we can step over and across. Okay. Over, over, over. No, she's not going over, so we're gonna go over. No. I'm gonna go over. Over. So I'm still asking for over. I'm not gonna release because she's not giving me the answer I want. I'm gonna keep asking. So we got one step over, but good. There we go.
So are you just working the shoulder right now?
Yes.
And is that exercise you do to work that shoulder?
Yeah, so that's one of them, and then I will also do it from this point too, from facing it. But I think she's better off right now. I'm reading her and saying, what does she need at this moment? I do it both ways. I want to be able to face my horse and do it. I also eventually want to even do it. I got a half moon exercise I do. I want to do it from this position too, but she's not. Yeah, she's not gonna do it very well right now. So, and I might bring one of my other horses. Sure, yeah. Oh yes, I'll work both sides. Right now, primarily I'm working one side, so you have an idea of where we can get to with one side versus. I do actually. It's a great question. So I like to get the bend and get them understanding it, and I'll work them it usually takes me about 3 days to be able to actually get it where I can actually take that halter and lead rope off and have them come around me like this, and they'll be matching my footsteps by that point. And then I switch to the other side, and I start introducing the other side pretty quickly, right? But the first 3 days I stay on one side. So everything I do depends on how difficult it is. So same with my half moon exercise that I do, which is in my full program, which is basically a leg yield from this position, but I don't think she can handle it right now. I think she wants to just move forward. Yes, it does. There is a connection between the brain. I know people say there's not, there is. There absolutely is.
I may have missed it. Can I ask how old the horse is and what kind of horse that is? It's beautiful.
She's a 6-year-old North Dakota Badlands horse born wild in Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Very, very green horse. So her time off the property, like 4 times ever. So just started under saddle last fall, but took a break after 12 inches of snow came in. So she got like 5 rides in. And she was not like this, so I can tell you that. We do a lot of colts in the saddle, and she was a lot more calm. But she's struggling a little bit more in this environment. She knows her friends are right out there, her best buddy, so that's also a challenge for her. But not everybody has the perfect horse to start with. So I'm also trying to show you on a horse of what happens when we don't have that attention that we need. And when she's not focused on me, I need to get her focused. I'm going to come back over here. It's another one I do with them. It's called attention focus relaxation. Back there. No. So She wants to look at what's out there. There we go, there's licking and chewing, good. There we go. And she would just need a lot more of that to really feel comfortable, because apparently this is something that bothers her. Every horse has their thing, right? This is something that bothers her. And for her, just having some confidence and experience. Let me tell you, the more clarity in your communication, the more confidence your horse will have, and the more confident you will be. So my communication is very clear in the fact that I'm always going to give her feedback, just like I just gave her feedback right now. She started walking and I said, watch that shoulder. I'm going to say, don't bring that shoulder into me, because the first thing they want to do when they're afraid is bring that shoulder in. I said, nope, don't bring that shoulder. So
5-minute warning.
yeah, that's all right. I'm gonna have to go, guys. But if you want to see more behind the scenes with the Liberty horses, the experienced ones over there in the cattle barn, I gotta head over there right now.